Being honest might not win you many friends, but it will always attract the right ones. Don't stress about what others think of you. Most people are too focused on themselves. Every moment spent comparing your life to others is a moment wasted. Remember, people change, and even close friends can become strangers. Learn to be content on your own. If your happiness depends on others, it can make you vulnerable. Share your progress, not your plans, and you'll stay motivated. Don't be afraid to be alone. Being by yourself is better than being around the wrong people. Those who demand the most from you often give the least in return. Take your responsibilities seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. Fear isn't there to stop you, it shows you care. Avoid making permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. If you put someone on a pedestal, they'll end up looking down on you. People give advice from their own perspective, so not everything in your head needs to be said out loud. Don't do anything you'll have to lie about later. Remember, light travels faster than sound. Some people seem bright until they speak. Happiness isn't something you find outside, it's within you. You don't owe anything to your past self, but you owe everything to who you are now. Self-care means recognizing that you are your own greatest obstacle. Your parents have been right more often than you think, even if they aren't academically qualified. Respect their advice. Overthinking only complicates things, making you worry unnecessarily. Before getting angry, ask yourself, will this matter in 10 years? You only get one body, so take care of it. It's incredibly resilient, but can only give back what you put into it. If someone emphasizes they're telling the truth, they might be lying. You have power over how you use your time today. Be yourself, and you'll never mess up your role. Don't compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Missing someone doesn't mean you need them back in your life. It's part of moving on. When choosing a partner, remember it's their values, not their looks, that will shape your future. You can't have everything. Life is about trade-offs. To know who your true friends are, look for those who speak well of you behind your back and tell you the truth to your face. Letting go is tough, but it's often the best thing to do. The more you face your fears, the braver you become. Never make someone a priority if they only see you as an option. If you're friends with everyone, you might be losing yourself. You were born with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that proportion. Accepting change is crucial. You don't live just once. You live many lives within one. Life becomes easier and more beautiful when you focus on the good in others. You can't stop the seasons from changing, and you can't stop people from showing their true colors. Everything you do creates connections that you'll understand later in life. Commitment gets you started. Consistency gets you results, and persistence keeps you going. You can fall in love more than once, and sometimes losing someone is for the best. If someone tries to bring you down, it means you're above them. Don't make promises you don't intend to keep. What seems small to you might mean the world to someone else. Going back to an ex is like showering and then putting on dirty clothes. Keep an open mind, but think and learn like a scientist. Your purpose isn't something you find, it's something you create where you are. Your life can change in an instant, so be grateful for what you have and use it to do good. You grow rich through experiences, not material things. Action brings clarity. Don't overthink your way into a new life. Act your way into one. Your life reflects your mindset. Chasing happiness will only bring misery until you realize that happiness is a journey, not a destination. All you have is now. Make the most of it. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but wise enough to choose the right people to ask. If you can let go of anything, let go of your ego. The more grateful you are, the more beauty you'll see around you, and the happier you'll be. Some things you won't forget, but you'll stop caring about them. Until then, don't stress too much. Success isn't about what you have, it's about how resourceful you are with what you have. Fear limits most people, so control it, overcome it, and celebrate when you do. You can't discover new horizons unless you're willing to lose sight of the shore. It's never too late to pursue what you've always wanted. Don't let naysayers discourage you. They may be projecting their own insecurities. You can't change the past, so don't dwell on it. Deal with the challenges ahead. People will always project their fears onto you. Build a shield to protect yourself from their noise. Don't discuss your past with everyone. Only you truly understand it. Your future can be different from your present if you keep trying. Don't get stuck on what isn't working today. Focus on what you can change. Sometimes, the world tries to define you, but if you don't stop to reflect, you'll never hear who you really are. Life doesn't always go as planned, and that's a good thing. When you feel like you've hit rock bottom, remember that tough times often bring the most valuable lessons. People aren't for or against you, they're for themselves. What's coming is better than what's gone. Sometimes you have to walk away, let people go, and allow relationships to end. True friends reveal themselves when you're at your lowest. The only way out is through. You're stronger than you think, you've survived every bad day so far, and you're undefeated. When you face your fears, you'll realize that nothing is as difficult as it seems. Challenges can lead to miracles if you believe in yourself. Half the battle is already won. Remember, not everyone you meet has good intentions. On days when you feel like doing nothing, that's when you need to push yourself the most. The only things you can truly control are your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Don't waste energy trying to change others. It rarely works. Tough times often shape ordinary people into extraordinary individuals. The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. Sometimes, we only find our true path when we allow the winds of change to guide us. Never compromise your personal growth for anyone. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. You're braver, stronger, and smarter than you think. Trust yourself, you've overcome challenges before, and you will again. Strength often reveals itself when it's the only option. Change isn't a threat, it's an invitation to live fully. We can choose to make ourselves miserable or strong, the effort is the same. Keep your expectations to yourself. Life isn't always fair, and sometimes dishonest people succeed. But no matter how tough things get, keep fighting. Hoping and wishing won't change anything. Taking action and working hard will. Don't expect honesty from everyone, it's a rare and valuable trait. Patience is rewarding, and when it pays off, you'll realize the wait wasn't as long as it seemed. You must love yourself before you can truly love others. When pain comes, it's there to teach us something, not just to make us suffer. Good judgment often comes from bad experiences. Don't let your past limit your future potential. The only limits on what you can achieve are in your mind. We must face challenges instead of wishing them away. Letting go isn't a one-time event, it's a daily practice. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. There comes a time in life when you must decide to turn the page, write a new chapter, or close the book altogether. When you come out of a storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. Courage is the most important virtue because it enables all other virtues. Many people will deceive you if given the chance. You don't drown by falling into water, you drown by staying there. Life is risky, but the biggest risk is doing nothing. Each new stage of life demands a different version of you. Take the first step in faith. You don't need to see the entire staircase. Don't let anyone make you feel undeserving of what you want. The greatest danger in life is being overly cautious. The most important lesson is learning how to rise after a fall. Bad days can lead to better days. Focus on improving yourself rather than criticizing others. Life is already complicated enough without us making it harder. A tough lesson is realizing not everyone wishes you well. Happiness doesn't come from the absence of problems, but from the ability to deal with them. It's during tough times that the hero within us is revealed. Nothing in your life will change unless you do. You may think you know someone, but often, you just see what you want to see. You can't take anything from life without giving something back. Instead of worrying about what you can't control, focus on what you can create. Maturity means stopping the excuses and making changes. Not everything can be understood immediately. Sometimes, patience is required. Some goodbyes are freeing. The person you become is the one you choose to be. When you have a strong purpose, you don't need to be pushed, your passion will drive you. Life gets better when we accept that we don't have to know everything. Be the reason someone smiles, feels loved, and believes in the goodness of people. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. Persistence sometimes leads to bitter outcomes, but you have to let go of parts of yourself to find happiness. Obstacles don't have to stop you. Find a way over, through, or around them. You won't always get what you want, but with effort, you might get what you need. The first step to progress is deciding not to stay where you are. The hardest lesson is knowing which bridges to cross and which to burn. Pay attention. Lessons appear when you're ready. Facing your emotions brings long-term strength and happiness. Stand up for what you believe in, even if it's difficult. Guard your thoughts when you're alone and your words when you're with others. If you don't take control of your life, someone else will. Be grateful for what you have while you work towards your goals. Life teaches us that wishing alone doesn't make things happen. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you won't fit in, and it's okay to be alone. Every journey has its end, don't rush it. When one door closes, another opens, but don't spend too long regretting the closed door. Always trust your instincts, even if others try to convince you otherwise. Don't take people for granted. You never truly realize how much someone means to you until they're gone. Life is full of challenges, and facing them head-on often teaches us the most valuable lessons. Remember, you have the power to be your own best friend or your worst enemy. The choice is yours. While you can't control how others act, you always have control over your own response. Instead of crying because something ended, smile because it happened. Sometimes, losing everything is the only way to discover who you truly are. Experience makes people wiser, but only if they're willing to learn from the tough times. Hardships reveal that we're more resilient than we ever imagined. Speak up for yourself. No one else will. It's important to realize that you can't always change others, and at some point, you may need to walk away if they refuse to change. Your life is shaped by the choices you make. There's no master plan, only the outcomes of your decisions. While doing good is important, remember that kindness has its limits, and some people might take advantage of your generosity. In the face of struggles, you can either let them defeat you or rise above them as the hero of your own story. Time with loved ones is the most precious thing in the world. We often forget that happiness doesn't come from getting what we don't have, but from appreciating what we already do. Your future is shaped by your understanding of the past. Ultimately, you're the only one who can truly help yourself. Once you realize this, you'll feel more in control of your life.